to hit someone for real.
Damn!
A dream.
It's only just a dream. I'm sorry. What up, folks? Tis RickWa, and for this video's reaction, I'm gonna be reacting to Baki, Son of Ogre in a Nutshell by Manga. Before I get started with this video's reaction, one, I hope you all had a great weekend, all that good stuff, and you know, 'tis a Monday as well, so I hope you all are enjoying your day. And also, I'd like to give a very big thank you to the supporters, from watching my videos to liking my videos, for the positive comments on my videos, and especially to those who have subscribed to my channel and make sure to smack that bell button so then you know when it is that I'm posting new content onto my reaction channel. I greatly appreciate the support thus far and going forward. Y'all are awesome, folks. But so I have seen Baki, Son of Ogre, and I gotta say, yo, it was lit. That shit was definitely lit. So seeing this and then remembering reacting to the other in a nutshell, or Baki in a nutshell videos I reacted to, this finna be hilarious. So let's see what happens with this.
The season starts in an African sanctuary where the wildlife officers were trying to catch elephant Hanma. Suddenly Yujiro Hanma comes out of nowhere, beats elephant Hanma's ass and then disappears into thin air. Typical Yujiro stuff. Then we are shown Baki Hanma, who visits a 12-year-old kid named Ryumin to fight him. The only problem was he didn't even knew who the fuck this kid was. Then he spanks Ryumin's little ass and makes this random kid his friend. Pretty realistic. In my opinion, Baki should have sent this kid back to his home where his mother would be waiting for him, because not everybody has a father like Yujiro. Later Baki takes this kid to his house and starts fighting an imaginary mantis in front of this 12-year-old. This fight was so real that this kid could feel the heat of the imaginary mantis just like Speck could feel the protein in the air. During this fight, Baki gets hit by his own imagination and damages walls as his imaginary mantis smashes him into walls. But surprise, surprise, even these damaged walls were just part of Baki's imagination.
Yo, I remember that, like seeing that, and I was just like, bro, what the fuck? Yo! And then just like Yujiro reacting to the news of that, his laugh was hilarious. He was dying of laughter. He was just like, man, this child's play at best. Yo!
Pretty realistic, but surprisingly enough, Baki won against his imaginary opponent. Then Baki realizes that he turned 18, and what do you do after turning 18? Yes, you guessed it right, you go to a prison, by of course kidnapping the president of the USA. I mean, we all know that kidnapping the president of a country, and especially the USA, is a child's play and a free ticket to the prison holiday package. Before going further, let's talk about this video's sponsor, Dragon City. Dragon City food, 30,000 gold and the scout dragon. Now back to the video. Baki goes to Arizona State Prison where he meets Biscuit Oliva, or Mr. Unchained. Mr. Oliva lives in the Arizona prison cell because it has 4,000 inmates. Obviously, the very first thing Baki does after seeing Mr. Oliva, punch him in the face, because he wanted to try his strength on Oliva after fighting with imaginary mantis. But Mr. Oliva doesn't move a bit and sends his ass back to the prison cell, where one of his cellmates was Jay Guara, president of an island and the second strongest prisoner in the Arizona State Prison. After a few days, we see these 3 beta doyle punching bags told to finish Iron Michael's boxing career, because they did not want any criminal punching bag to become a professional athlete. At night, they got to Iron Michael, surrounded him and beat him up, but when they were about to destroy Iron Michael's arms, Jay Guara came into the picture and saved Iron Michael. Then he pisses off all 3 officers. He literally pisses on one of them, and for some reason one member just ran away instead of fighting just because Guara punched his teammate, which is weird. Why would you run if your teammate gets punched.
Damn!
After this fight, Mr. Oliva reaches out to Jay Guevara and talks to him because he had a fight with Jay Guevara. After talking to Guevara, Oliva goes to his girlfriend. I personally was very hyped to see his girlfriend because 1. It was a human girl with coochie in Bakiverse, and 2. I would see a huge girl who could take on Mr. Oliva. And boy, I was right. For the first time, we see Mr. Oliva's PP training partner, aka Maria, and she definitely crossed my expectations in every dimension and way possible. But their love for each other is one of the best things in the world. Finally, the day comes when Jay...
Yo, I remember seeing that. I was just like, jeez Louise! Man, because he be getting that training in just from carrying her.
Guevara has a fight with Mr. Oliva. The fight starts and let's just say it didn't go well for Jay Guevara.
Nope.
Here are some clips.
How long has it been since I got to hit someone for real?
Damn!
A dream.
It's only just a dream. I'm sorry.
Burst out from beneath my skin.
Oh,
Crush
man.
everyone here. Smash through the outer walls. Destroy the entire complex and expand all the way into the sky.
After this fight, Baki runs away from the prison, challenges Oliva and willingly returns to the prison. Mr. Oliva couldn't really take it and comes to Baki's cell where he completes his fantasy of pissing on Baki. But for some reason, Baki laughs at this act. Maybe he saw that Mr. Oliva didn't do his PP training. Baki continues laughing at Oliva. Oliva became really angry and planned to host a match between him and Baki after 2 weeks and broadcast it live to the whole world. Mr. Oliva goes to Baki to inform him about this upcoming fight, but Baki was like, nah, let's fight now. And then Oliva starts fighting Baki. This fight was just like a typical Baki fight where it was more of a YouTube reaction video on a fight where every minute other people were like, oh, I did not expect this. I've never seen anything like this before. During this fight, Mr. Oliva becomes a Pac-Man and eats Baki, but I don't think he was aware of the fact that Baki was a Hanma, a Japanese who did his PP training with a Japanese woman, so he could easily have a trillion joints in his body to not get affected by Oliva's bone-crushing technique. And combining all of this with the power of imagination, I think Baki can achieve a liquid state as well because his body on will can have more joints than water has bonds between its atoms. Later in the fight, Baki wanted to defeat Mr. Oliva by just using brute strength. But Iron Michael tells Baki that it was practically a suicide and he can never win against an opponent that is more than double his size with just brute strength.
For a middleweight like you, trying to trade punches with Oliver is practically suicide!
Yes, it may be practically a suicide, but Hanmakali it was possible. Finally,
Yo! Yo, I'm sorry. Yo, that pun was great. Yo, let me go back real quick.
suicide, but Hanmakali.
Yo, that was clever. Hanmakali. Hanma puns. Yo!
It was possible. Finally, the fight ends and Baki defeats Mr. Oliva by just using brute strength. By pushing Oliva back, Baki completed the Hanma ritual of pushing America back. After this fight, Baki and Mr. Oliva had bruises on their face. That should tell you how ridiculously intensive this fight was. After this, Mr. Oliva declares that Baki is stronger than him and then frees him from prison because that was the only way to still stay the strongest prisoner prisoner between the 4,000 inmates. Then we see Yujiro Hanma with his unpaid servant Captain Stridum walking near huge creatures. Captain Stridum keeps asking Yujiro if Baki could defeat these creatures. Initially Yujiro answers his questions, but later he gets angry at Stridum and asks him to stop comparing his children. At the end of the season we see Pickle as well, and I have this feeling that this upcoming part of the season will be the best in terms of animation. I have an Instagram and Twitter account as well guys, so if you liked this content and want to see more content from me, like a sneak peek for the upcoming video, you can follow me on social media. I also have a Discord server where you can chat with other anime fans. That's it for the video guys. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, you can like the video and subscribe the channel. Also don't forget to turn on the notifications bell and follow me on social media. The links are in the description below. Also don't forget to download.
Alright, so yeah, that was definitely funny. And I definitely can't wait to see the whole concept of Pickle being in the picture, because that's supposedly Yujiro's dad, and correct me if I'm wrong on that. At least just from what I could tell from the Baki, Son of Ogre anime, and also from, I guess, like little snippets I've seen of like clips talking about the whole Hanma history and whatnot. But that was definitely good. That definitely explains it all in a nutshell. Hanma. Yo, Hanma puns. That's funny. Oh, wow. That is great. But either way, yeah, I know I goofed a little bit with having a show in. My bad. And you know, it sometimes be like that. But either way, if you like this content, you know, again, please be sure to like the video, leave a positive comment, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to smack that bell button too, so you know when it is time to post new content onto my reaction channel. For the next video, folks, peace out.